Good evening, YouTube. This is Kaylin String coming at you with a special birthday ration review. And today is the third time I will have had this particular meal, this corned beef hash. And the bag has already been, well, I opened the bag. See, it was broken here. You can see where the plastic got brittle and just literally broke. So I opened it up the rest of the way to inspect the contents and to make sure everything was not compromised so that I could go ahead and have a meal out of it. So this is menu 7. This is packed by Sapaco. And this is, I don't know if you can see. Well, actually, this is upside down. No, this is menu 2. Sorry, I'll have to fix that in the title later. But actually, this is upside down. So this is how Sapaco used to spell their name. This is the second generation of the brown bag. First generation, the print would be smaller and there would be no sideways numbers on the side of the bag. But this was broken on the bottom end, so I just went ahead and cut it down here. Let's see who's all in here. There is a Garden State Gardener. There's Nation MRE Fines, Mike Crasher, and LC. Dropping that super chat all the way from Canada. That's a long drop. And wishing me happy birthday. Well, I wouldn't say swimmingly because I'm not near water. Let's see, Burger Butt and Burger Butt. There's a Camp Patton Family Compound. So that super chat is, oh, there's another one. This one was dropped by Garden State Gardener. That's very much appreciated. I have a few extra goodies. All of the other brown bag components that were sent to me by Nation MRE Fines as part of the prize that I had won. So I also have my backup plans in place in case some of the drinks are not acceptable. And at this time, for those that are not familiar, this is what the brown bag accessory packs used to look like. So this is accessory packet A, and it has a list of the contents because obviously you can't see what's inside this bag. And before the brown spoons that we know of today, they look like this. This used to be in the MCI or Meal Combat Individual, and there are some also known as C rations, because these were designed to fit in those boxes. And the accessory packs look like this back in those days, like the 60s and 70s. And this is an item that I would love to see put back into rations. This is freeze-dried pears, so it is in a block shape. And sometimes some of the components will be in this green wrapping, like this grape jelly. This cocoa packet almost looks like the color of a dark chocolate or, not so sweet cocoa mix. It almost reminds me of the color of some of the European cocoa mixes. So this is a cocoa mix. I have a backup in case that one has gone south. This is another shade of green. In the early days, the mains would be in this color of a wrapping. There are spicy tuna rolls here. Thanks for dropping in. Oop, that's upside down. So this is grape. And this is what the cracker packet looked like at the time. Very nice seal on this. This is an oatmeal cookie bar. Be interesting to see how well that held up. And then the last item in the bag is the main itself. Early mains were less quantity, so there's less food in the pouch, and it was in a smaller box to about there, and they were green. I'm going to open up the accessory packet. This is what the rear roll used to look like. And I'm getting a weird smell off of it. There's something a little powdery. Tufco. This is before Lighthouse started doing the rear rolls. Oh yeah, Coffee Instant Type 1. I'm happy to see that. Well, something turned this wet nap wrapper a little brown. See what that's all about. Cream substitute non-dairy. It's still powdery inside. I'm not sure what this powdery substance is yet. Well, it looks like something messed up these matches. Maybe the match tips rubbed off, because there should be a lot more white, and plus the flap is bent. But D.D. Bean and Sons. Oh, there's something there on the tray. Chiclets. And then last thing in here the sugar, and the salt. More sugar in this than there is now. 6 grams. And this is 4 grams. So that is the weird smell I was getting when I opened it, is the matches. So I'm going to move everything off of here. So I'm hoping that that the coffee is not compromised. But I'm going to go into the kitchen and I'm going to clean my tray up. And I'll be right back. There we go, I got the tray cleaned up. I think to be on the safe side, I'm going to go to my coffee plan B. And then I'll see what I can do, if I can clean up those other things, maybe salvage them. So I have a G7 coffee. So this will be my coffee tonight. The Mad Dog is here. So I'm going to go ahead and open up the grape drink. I'm getting the cheaters out. That is what the powder looks like. It looks kind of funky, but let's see what happens when I put the water in it. I mix it, gonna see who else has showed up. See, Creative Redundancy is here, another Canadian. There's where I saw Mad Dog come in after a tuna dropped a comment. Looks and smells like a proper grape drink. And because I have a cocoa, I'm putting my standby cocoa back there in case I need to go to it. I just took a finger lick of the inside of the pouch. It smells old, but that little lick did not give me any kind of a rancidity sensation, so I'm going to go with it. You can get a better look at it. So I'm going to go ahead and open up this box. Just gave you a close look at the date code. There is definitely some delamination. Kind of has a reptilian kind of texture to it. And the tear notches, there's 2 pairs up here, and they go across the width of the pouch instead of going across this way like they do now. And it does not feel like one solid mass. So I'm going to go ahead and put this in the pot to boil, and then I'll bring back the kettle for my coffee and my cocoa, and I'll be right back. I just took the kettle back in so I can have it out of the way. This is the mug that I got from our late brother Will Russell. It had his channel logo on it. So that's one of those color changing mugs like Old Smoky's Bob Ross. Yeah, the one that he broke, and then a replacement mug that was sent to him that has a different design on it. Yeah, I will treasure the memories of interacting with him. I have 2 leather items that he made. One item I won, and then the other I paid for. There's a G7 mixed up. So my backup cocoa plant can go back where I got it from. So these are all the other items that came in the MRE. And I brought some additional items out. The 2 other cracker packets that I got from Nation MRE Finds. This one is like the other ones that are here. So that's the back side of them. And then this one is the earlier version, and you can see the salt crystals. And of course this one has a little extra material on one side of the wrapping. But very good vacuum seal on both of these. And here is a brown wrapper grape jelly. And this is a peanut butter. Oops, upside down. One and a half ounces of peanut butter. This grape jelly has 1 ounce. And this one has 1 ounce. No peanut butter came in this ration. Of course, here is the oatmeal cookie bar. Let's see what we get off of this thing. Almost got a hiss off of it. It was very hard to open up. It smells almost like old wheat. Gray Wolf. Well, I haven't seen you in a minute. Thanks for dropping by my birthday stream. I'm 57 today. I'm going to go ahead and open up these crackers. There's a nice hiss off of that. I can tell that these were extra toasty. Sometimes it helps to just work your finger back and forth in between the cracker and the packet. Just kind of help get it unstuck. Just getting all of these cracker crumbs over here. Some went into there, but that's okay. Ever seen crackers this dark? It's one side. The whole pattern is slightly different than current crackers. I'm going to take one of these little pieces here to take a test nibble. Wow. That tastes fresh. That absolutely tastes fresh. No pastiness, no funky old smell. I'm going to cut a little corner off the grape jelly. I'm actually going to break. That wasn't a crisp break, but let's see. I'm just going to put a little bit of it there. This grape jelly will probably be pretty loose. Oop, it looks more brown. I'm going to put a little on my spork. The grape flavor isn't quite as strong as you might think, but it is still there. It just separated a little bit. Yeah, I'm happy with that. I'm going to follow that up with a sip of the grape drink. That'll work for me. Now, the other thing I have here that was in that box, this is the cookie bar. It's a bit wrinkled there, but and this happens to be from 1989. And it has a good vacuum seal on it too. No hiss though. Let's see what it looks like. It is a residue that was left in the packet. Kind of like a waxy, shiny coating on it. It smells like older chocolate. I'm not getting a strong chocolate smell off of that. That was a test sip of the cocoa. There's Emberetto in the house. Thanks for dropping in for my birthday stream. So this is a 1988 brown bag MRE. Oops, sorry about that. This is menu 2, corned beef hash. And I opened it from the bottom end because the bottom corner was already busted where the plastic had gone brittle, so I just went ahead and opened it from that way. It's packed by Sapaco. Let me shove the box back in here. So I'm using it as my trash bag. Then I have a couple extra goodies here. Now this is the brown packet grape jelly. This one has a 9 as for the first digit of the date code, so this is 1989. So I'm going to go ahead and put some of this on the spork. It looks the same as the other one, they're just a year younger. has about the same kind of flavor. That was a more solidified bit. And it looks kind of brownish. But that is still perfectly fine. I am going to go get the main out of the pot because it should be more than hot enough by now. I'll be right back. See, I'm gonna the pouch survived the boiling, so I'm gonna dry it off. Nothing leaked out, so that makes me happy. Gonna put that back there. I pushed the food down below the top tear notch. But I'm gonna cut it. Use my paper towel because this thing is very hot. But it smells very good. Oh, crap. It looks a little darker. It doesn't look quite as red. But that's all I'm going to get out of that. Oops. It almost looks more like roast beef hash. Let's see if we can get to focus on there. And this one does have a bit of a strange taste to it. See, that piece is a little bit more red. That piece fell on the cookie bar, so I had to get that off. I'm just going back through the chat just to see. It's hard to keep up with the chat when I'm actually doing something. But it's actually, I'm not getting any kind of weird sensation off of it. Nothing funky in my mouth. It just tastes like it's been in a pouch a bit too long. But I would have no problem eating the rest of this. But the corned beef hash that you can get in a can, the MRE Kitchen, they do a roast beef hash. And this stuff looks closer to that in color than a corned beef hash. But I can't quite figure out what this odd taste is. I'm not sure what to make of that, but I'm not getting that numbness or that fuzzy feeling in my mouth. That cocoa does taste a bit odd after eating a bite of the hash. That broke really easy. It broke a lot easier than I thought it would. Test nibble. A bit sweet. But I'm not getting that weird sensation in my mouth from it. So that makes me happy. I'm kneading up the peanut butter. I have a hard time seeing date codes on these old brown wrappers. But this might be an 89 or later. Anyway, what the heck, let's go for it. Oh, that was a little bit more than I wanted to pull out, but that's okay. I'm going to take a test lick off the packet. Yep. Not too sweet. Yeah, nothing wrong with that peanut butter at all. No, I don't have a birthday cake. I did not buy me one, but we'll just call this cookie bar my birthday treat. I didn't listen to it, but I saw the post. I just took a scrape of the chocolate. Go ahead and take a bigger nibble. Chocolate on this tastes fine, but the interior, the cookie, has a bit of an odd taste. kind of like just slivers of cracker, kind of like this oatmeal cookie bar. But this one definitely has a, it's got a pretty sugary taste to it. Not overly sweet or overly sugary, but it is there. Yeah, Pumpkin walked by and she was meowing. I'm being a little daring. That's some of the hash on a piece of cracker. Unfortunately, the cracker does not mask the weird taste that I'm getting off of this. I have no idea what it is. So it is possible that this pouch might have been, you might have seen better days. You know, with the bag being cracked and literally broken, and see the jagged edge. Compared to the smooth slice of my knife when I cut it open. So I might not eat all of this. I don't know. I just haven't decided yet. Well, there was no leakage in any of the packets, but when I opened the bag, there was something sticky on the jelly packet and the pear wrapper. But when I cleaned them up, I squeezed the jelly packet to see if anything would be coming out, and nothing came out. So I'm assuming that something got on to those items from the outside. And there's Smitty here. Thanks for dropping in, joining my birthday stream. This is a 1988 corned beef hash. And as you can tell by the color, it looks more red. Or it looks more brown than red. It looks like roast beef hash. But the cracker is perfectly fine. I mean, I would just eat this by itself. These are that good. You know, it's not the lighting. That is the chiclets that was in the accessory pack. Yeah, that's true to color. But to my eye, it looks brown. There's Emphos in the house. Probably not, but then again, she probably doesn't eat rations as often as we do. But, you know, the potatoes have held up just fine. In fact, I'm just going to try to. I'm just going to grab a. But the meat has really broken down. It's not in the bigger chunks that you would expect the meat to be in a corned beef hash. So it's almost become part of the sauce. So it is, there's a bit of sauce. Of course, it's starting to thicken up now that it's been sitting on my tray. But the potatoes have held their shape. It's a grape jelly from the green packet that came in the MRE. Huh. Well, I guess that pup thinks that you are the servant. Yeah, I brought out some additional items for those that are coming in late. This is a 1989 grape jelly. So it looks very similar to the 88, except this one for some reason is a bit more chunky. But both grape jellies look brown. I'm just giving the cocoa a stir because I think it needs it. Now this cocoa, I've had one other that had this weird funky taste to it. I mean, it doesn't make my mouth numb, but it just tastes old. And it smells old. But this great drink, this is perfectly fine. It looked funky before I added the water. But it tastes absolutely like a grape drink should. Now the items in the accessory pack I did not open because I'll show you the matches. This is why I felt that residue all over everything in the accessory packet. Yeah, the matches are messed up. So they rubbed on something, plus this was folded. It was like that, so it kept that fold instead of being like that. And then Chiclets gum. Yeah, the coffee. Yeah, I did not open up the coffee because of the residue. I don't know if it would have affected the contents of those packets. Who knows? But I got this from Nation MRE Finds because I won his giveaway. I got a water bottle. And then I got this peanut butter, this grape jelly, these two crackers. This is like packed like this one. And then this is the older one where you can actually see the salt on the crackers, at least on the one side. And then I got a cocoa powder that's in kind of a greenish, almost metallic looking packet. It looks kind of like the old MCI or C Ration cans, that color. There is James Ortiz in the house. Thanks for dropping in. And then I got another freeze-dried fruit that has lost its vacuum seal, but nothing has leaked out of it. So, and this is the same color as that one. And then I got this cookie bar. The chocolate tastes, it tastes fine, but the interior, the cookie itself, just has that old taste. It's not funky or anything. But the chocolate does help kind of cover that flavor. I think you can hear my cat meowing in the... She's in one of those moods. You know how female cats can get, if they're all natural. Pumpkin, I'm doing a live stream, kitty. During these times, she does let me rub her belly, but she rolls around and flops, so I call her the flopper. Yeah, she is. She's meowing like crazy. I think she smells the food, I'm pretty sure, but she would rather be rubbing on anything and everything and flopping around, rolling around. She's in heat, so you're going to get that from a cat. Mila stopped doing that when she was about maybe like 13. Yeah, prep for it in the house. This is a corned beef hash from 1988. But as you can see, it's not red, it's brown. It looks like roast beef hash. But it has the other two corned beef hash MREs that I've had, the meat was the typical red color and it was more defined. Whereas this, the meat is really broken down. So it doesn't look as well defined as the potatoes. Okay, Smitty, thanks for dropping in. But it has kind of an odd taste to it that I don't know what that is. But it doesn't make my mouth go numb. But it's just something that does not belong in a corned beef hash, not even a roast beef hash. So there's just something weird about it. So I think I will be leaving the rest of that. As much as I would love to eat this, I think I'm going to err on the side of caution. Thanks for dropping in, Mike. Catch you later. Thanks for that, Emberetto. So I will be chowing down on the rest of this. This peanut butter. It's smooth, it's savory. It's good peanut butter. Oh, okay. Now, both of these grape jellies this is on that oatmeal cookie bar. Now, this is the way to eat these cookie bars. Put some of the jelly on it. I have not opened the pears yet because once the freeze-dried fruit gets exposed to the air, it starts to absorb any humidity in the air. Let's see, I'm just gonna... But let's see what we can do with this. There's no tear notch, so I just cut one. Oh, that didn't. Let's see. I can definitely smell the pear. Now this will come out in pieces. Which I don't care. May look a little brighter because of the light that comes from my right. I mean, it looks like a cracker. Nice snap. I bite into it. It starts to moisten up, and I get that pear texture and that flavor. Yeah. Packet says you can reconstitute it, but why not? I mean, it's good to eat it just like this. There's absolutely nothing wrong with those pears. Yep. I dunked the cookie bar into the coffee. Oh, he's been here. He's been watching. Yeah, it has to come back. I mean, if you put these in the MCW, you don't have to worry about a wet retort freezing and not being edible. You know, you got something that's crunchy. You got something that's flavorful. I mean, freeze drying retains all of the nutrition, or at least most of it. I'm just going to put this in there because, yeah, unfortunately, as much as I would love to eat more of this, because it's not right. I have to leave it off. I will not give it to Pumpkin. I don't feel safe giving it to her. I don't share my food with her anyway. But these crackers that came out of this MRE, and this peanut butter that was in the prize box that I got from Nation MRE Finds. I just put both jellies on just for the heck of it. But these crackers are just perfectly fine on their own. It's grape drink. Nothing wrong with it. The powder looked a little funky when I first opened the packet, but the drink itself is fine. This this cocoa, unfortunately, I think it's starting to go south. And because of the residue from the matches getting on top of and this is the wet wipe packet. It's discolored. It should be almost as white as my mugs. I think you can see it better if I block the light from the left. But it still feels like it's moist inside. The coffee creamer still feels loose, but I think this is one matchbook that I will not be saving. Well, some matches might be good. I would just use that whole thing as a fire starter, I guess. That would be one way to deal with it. But I think the star of the show on this one is the pears. Yeah, I mean, but this is what the sugar packets looked like back then. And this is what the rear roll looked like back then. Even before this, you got blue paper in your rear roll. This is coffee instant type 1. Trying to get it to focus. My favorite EOS ration coffee. I'd have to try to clean up that packet somehow. Maybe try to salvage it. Yep, good. Because if things go sideways, it will be harder to get this. So whenever I get extra coffees in a ration, or I get just a bunch of accessory packs, I put all those in a bag and separate all the components. So like this with creamers and sugars. You know, the salts, I have their own bag. Plus it has pepper, crushed red peppers, any seasoning packets that came out of a ration, I have in a bag. I have all of the gums from a ration, or like the hard candies like the Tic Tacs that come out of IMPs. Right now, it's the DAF from the Chilean rations. That is my favorite foreign coffee. And whenever you get a DAF ration, at least the white bag ones, you get 2 coffees and 6 packets of sugar. There's Robert in the house. Thanks for dropping in. This is a 1988 corned beef hash. But the bag was broken open right here at this corner, so I just went and cut it instead of bothering with trying to cut it from the top here. And this is the corned beef hash. It's not the proper color. It's not the proper texture. It looks like roast beef hash, but unfortunately, although it's not giving me that numbness, it has a funky taste to it that I can't identify. And the meat is starting to pretty much dissolve. Yeah, thanks for that. It's not as defined or as chunky as a potato. See, the potato looks more defined than the meat. But the meat should be red in a corned beef hash instead of brown like this. So, like I said, the flavor is strange. And the pouch was starting to delaminate, but it survived the boiling. So that it didn't leak out when I put it in the water to boil it. So there's no issues with that. It didn't separate anymore. Not like one MRE I had, or I took it out of the water and I was going to open it to pour it out onto the tray, and it just filleted itself. The outer layer of the retort pouch separated from the clear inner layer, so I could see the food inside before actually opening the pouch. So I said, oh, nope. So I did not eat that one at all. I just ate the rest of the food. And this is a cookie bar, chocolate covered. The chocolate on there is fine, but the cookie itself has a bit of an odd taste. This is one of the extra items that I got in the box from Nation MRE Finds, including this peanut butter and this grape jelly, and then these two crackers, older style, later 80s, early 90s. This one has the salt on the one side, whereas these, and plus these, how these bend, I don't know, but when I open that one, they'll definitely break. These started to break, but the flavor on these is perfect. Extra toasted. Yeah, I'll definitely chow down on this one. The grape jelly looks brown, but it tastes like grape jelly, just not as strong grape flavor as you would expect. It doesn't taste fermented, so that's good about that. This is the oatmeal cookie bar. It's sweet. Put some jelly on it. Oh, wow. Okay, CR. Well, how funny is that? I've not tried the peanut butter on the cookie bar. So since I have one bite of it left, I'm going to go for it. Hard to see because they're both similar color. You know, peanut butter can be dry. Doesn't quite take care of the dryness of the cookie bar, but it's just it's a good combination. Yep. I still have Mila as my profile picture. I really don't want to change it. Yeah, there's one channel, one outdoor bushcraft channel that I watch. A guy up in Canada, after he lost his dog Scout, he kept the profile picture of the outline of Scout's head as his channel icon. Even though he has taken different dogs out hiking and camping with them. But, you know, sometimes there is just that one non human buddy that is so special. You have to keep something of them. So that's why I keep Mila. Angry Blacksmith in the house. Thanks for dropping in. Yeah, Joe Robinette. He had Scout. But he keeps the profile of Scout's head as his channel icon, just like I keep Mila as mine. Yeah, I figure if I change it, someone might think it's fake. So it's one way to keep Mila in my memory as on all my social media and any online accounts where I can put a picture. I put Mila there. Yeah, you might want to do that. There's some knives that I would like to get my paws on. Yeah, the cash, what you see is super chats. Now, there are 2 super chats, and the reason why it looks like an odd number is because one was given in Canadian dollars, and then it was just converted to US dollars. So the Canadian dollar does not equal the US dollar in monetary value, just like the Australian dollar wouldn't, or the British pound, or the euro. I don't know of any currency that actually has the same value, like one for one. Now this cocoa here is a bit funky, so I'm going to leave it off, unfortunately. If it was bad, if it really stunk or it wasn't right, this would have been my backup plan, but I didn't go for it. I wanted to take a chance. Easy money is here. I guess that's why they were saying cash. I thought it was, someone was just saying the super chat total amount. Well, I see the total. So, haven't seen you in here, so thanks for dropping in. This is my birthday stream. 1988. Menu 2. I'll have to correct the title later to put the correct menu number. But unfortunately, this one was not as good as the other 2 corned beef hash MREs that I've had. The main is the wrong color and the wrong texture, and it has a funky flavor that I'm concerned about. The cocoa also has a weird flavor. It doesn't make my mouth go numb, but yeah, it smelled odd, but I went ahead and took a chance on it. And I'm not drinking the coffee because the accessory packet, which is accessory packet A in this particular one, the residue from the matches rubbed off onto everything. So I was reaching in to take this out, and I felt something weird on my hands, like a powdery stuff. And then I saw the discolored wet wipe. Or it should be that white. And then the spoon that was in this one is the old MCI white spoon. Of course, I'm not using that. I use my foreign MRE spork. You can get those at foreignmre.com. And then this is a prize that I won from Nation MRE Finds. And he sent, well, the actual prize was a water bottle. There's a super chat. Molder in the house. Thanks for dropping in. That's okay. This is kind of, well, I posted up earlier on my community tab that I would be going live tonight. But anyways, as I was saying, I won a prize from Nation MRE Finds. And there's a water bottle, which I have already filled with water and stashed somewhere because I store water for emergency purposes. But this peanut butter, which is absolutely awesome. This grape jelly, a bit chunky, but it's still very good, was in there. A cocoa mix in kind of a greenish metallic packaging. It was in there, but I'm holding on to that one because I've never seen that before. Another freeze-dried fruit, which I'm leaving sealed. These are the pears that came in this MRE. Very, very awesome. And then he sent these two crackers. This is a pack like I opened. There's just crumbs left of those. And this is the salted cracker. But this cookie bar, it's a cookie bar. I finished off the oatmeal cereal bar. But this cookie bar, the chocolate on it is perfectly fine. That's what the inside of it looks like. It just has an old taste. Yeah, this is like an oatmeal cookie bar. But with the chocolate on it. But the block cookie bar, that had a bit of a sugary outside. Yeah, the only brownie I had was out of an old RCW that I got off of see, a guy in England who goes into the Ration Museum chats, and he sent me a fruit soup. Unfortunately, that brownie had gone south, and it would pretty much turn to dust. So I couldn't eat that one, but that fruit soup, that was top notch. I really enjoyed that one. I made half of it cold and half of it hot. It mixes better when you do it hot, with hot water. But it's good either way. And then I cleaned up the packets and sent them to Sean, the Ration Museum. So he now has those in his collection there. Yeah, that it's possible, but I have a hard time reading small text on this dark color. But since I still got some jelly and some peanut butter, I got to do it. Ooh, that was weird. This started to delaminate. So that sounded like a plastic fart. Let's see if I can get this. See, this has a completely different pattern. It looks like 4 regular saltines that have not been broken apart. And this is the bottom side. It actually had a bit more snap, a cleaner break. Yep. And I can feel the salt through the wrapping. It's got more crunch to it. Yeah, it wasn't as soft as the 1988 cracker. Let's see. You know, I should pull that back out and see if we can find a date code on that bugger. I don't know if I can. With it all, the wrapping all messed up. Ooh, Southern Packaging and Storage. That's a precursor to Sopaco, I believe. Sorry about that. I'm still looking for a date code on here, but I might have ripped it. But this is first generation. Let me fix this. It's a little crooked. There we go. Yeah, I can't get a date code off of this anymore. I think I ruined it. But stuff that back down in the MRE bag. It just tastes like a Nabisco saltine. It tastes better than the 1988 one. So this has to be from before, like 81, 82, 83, something like that. Before it went to this type where the word crackers is bigger. And this one does not have the salt on it because I don't feel it on here. Weird how these crackers get bent. But yeah, these... Let's see. TJ's Woodworking Shop, thanks for dropping in. You're looking at the remnants of a 1988 US MRE corned beef hash. Unfortunately, this is not what corned beef should look like. It tastes weird. The meat should be red instead of brown like a roast beef hash. And it should be more defined. Yeah, it looks weird. It tastes... I can't describe the taste. I have no idea what that flavor is. But this had the oatmeal cookie bar, which is like a block. This chocolate covered cookie bar was an extra item, or one of the prize items that I got from Nation MRE Finds when I won his giveaway. One of 3 prize packs. These crackers were in that prize pack. This one was in there. This peanut butter and this grape jelly were in there. I also got a cocoa mix that is in kind of a funky metallic green looking packet. So sorry about that brief disconnect. I'm keeping that one as is. The freeze-dried pears were in a packet this color. And that's what this is. This is freeze-dried pears. Then I have another freeze-dried fruit that was in the prize pack that I'm holding on to. So this is next to birthday stream for me. I was asked if I was going to do one. I'd never done it before, so yeah, what the heck. So since I had nothing come up for me to do today or tonight, I figured I'd go ahead and do that. So I posted up that I'm here. Now this cocoa mix, it's gone south. This is a grape drink from the MRE. Nothing wrong with it. The coffee, I did not open up anything in the accessory pack because the matches had gone south somehow. And it was like this, so the match tips were rubbing against each other. And then that stuff was getting all over the items in the accessory pack. So there are the chiclets. And this is what the wet wipes used to be. In fact, this was even, you can tell that this is not a clean cut across. There is LC dropping that super chat. Well, let's find out, LC. You didn't have to drop a super chat to ask that question. So let me get some peanut butter up towards the... There's some peanut butter on the cookie bar. That'll go well with the chocolate, that's for sure. The peanut butter does cover up that taste. So my coffee for tonight was a G7 3-in-1 coffee out of my camping food bag. But again, thanks for dropping that additional super chat. And just for the sheer heck of it, grape jelly. Maltodextrin. Yeah. I'm not sure if maltodextrin is more of a carb than a protein. I have not actually looked that up because maltodextrin is in so many processed foods. You know, the Zapple sauce, the label on it will actually say maltodextrin added for enhanced performance. So I'm thinking it's more of a carb. I don't know if it's a type of sugar or what. I actually do not know what maltodextrin really is. Now, this is the jelly that came in the MRE. And then this is the 1989 grape jelly that was part of the prize pack. This one is a little bit more chunky. But the flavor is still there. Yep, that's what I thought. It has to be some kind of a carb source. Because grains are carbohydrate sources, although some have protein in them. Let's see. Yeah, those are some pretty nerdy words there. Yeah, if it's yeah, so that it's an energy boost. Thanks for dropping in, Mike. They wish. Yep. Yeah, but that's why that Zapple sauce says it's included for enhanced performance. You know, my YouTube notifications are just going bonkers on my screen, but I got my noises off, so that's not making my ears or my cat's ears go nuts. Yep. And in some bread products, you'll find malted barley, something like that in there. I mean, These crackers are just absolutely awesome. I think the salt is what preserved these crackers. Yeah, there have been some newer crackers that were just absolutely nasty. I think it's time to have a little fun. Or a little more fun, I guess. Yep, that's what I did. Yeah. I don't remember early 60s because I wasn't born till 66. But yeah, putting both the peanut butter and the jelly on here, yeah, that definitely works. Although another flavor of jelly would probably be good, like the strawberry. I'm going to put a squeeze of peanut butter on here. It's a good thing I had these extra items since I don't feel confident in eating any more of that. I tell you, the salt of the crackers brings out the peanut in the peanut butter. Thanks for dropping in, Nation MRE Finds, and thanks for this awesome prize, even though I can't eat all of it. I mean, I could, but I'm just not going to because I don't want to take any unnecessary risks. But having all these extra goodies, yeah, that's a definite win. So this is awesome, and I'm still very thankful to have this MRE, even though it was a bit compromised. But I mean, the crackers that came in here are very good, although these are better. The grape drink is fine. The grape jelly is fine. That is a star of the show, though. Those freeze-dried pears. Cocoa's gone south. I won't be drinking any more of that. But yeah, this is pretty darn awesome. I'm going to wipe down all of these items that were in the accessory pack. I'll give you a close-up of the rear roll. Oop, there we go. Tough Co. Green Bay, Wisconsin. GR is for green. So green, there's a WI for Wisconsin, I think. Yep. Green Bay, Wisconsin. Before Lighthouse started doing the rear rolls. That's what I call the toilet paper. Because they have to be different. And they had this tab, so this strip goes all the way around it, and then this tab, and then I guess you pull it apart. But I'm not going to, because I save all these. And these chiclets I will leave in the box. I don't have too many of those in my collection. Yeah, the coffee is type 1. That's my favorite US MRE coffee. So if I can get the residue off and still, I don't want to get these packets wet. I just want to get the residue off. The creamer still sounds powdery. Yep. Back in the day. Yep, they're like the penny candies. That were just loose in the bins and you could pick your flavor. But as time went by, people took advantage of it and were just stealing the candies. And there used to be a coin box attached to the candy display where you would put your coins in, you'd pay for it that way. But people were stealing the candy and not paying for it. So that's why those loose bins are taken out. Yep. I'm going to finish these off with the remaining crackers. I'll hold on to these. I'll probably just snack on them one of these days. That'll pretty much take care of the peanut butter packet. Have peanut butter and both jellies on there. Some of the grape jelly kind of dribbled down there. Hard to see that because that part of my tray is almost off camera. But yeah, I'm saving the best for last. Freeze-dried pears. I've absorbed a little bit of moisture from the air, but the humidity in here is pretty low. So they're still light. Yep. The only time you can find something for less than $1 is if an item is on sale for whatever reason, or if it's very, very, very small. And now we'll be finishing this grape drink off. This spoon will go into my collection of plastic spoons. Well, we still got some winter left. You might get that -10 before things go springy, if you catch my meaning. But yeah, all of the ration utensils I get, they get put into a Ziploc bag. Oh, this is even almost looks like cat ears. They were pointing, they would be cat ears. Hadn't noticed that in one of these spoons before. Well, and not quite a spork. I mean, yeah, that wouldn't work. But sometimes these would have been more of a, like the top of a heart. Or if it's pointed. But yeah, that's definitely different. My brown one is pointed. I offered to send that brown MCI spoon to the Ration Museum, but Sean said he already has them. And I think Old Smoky has one or two. So I'm keeping that one. Yeah, but this one, the ration heaters had not been put in here. This one did not have a ration heater. And of course, no beverage bag because they weren't in use back then. Yeah, this is yeah, I mean, this is a mixed blessing. I wish I could have eaten more of this, and drank the rest of this. But the crackers are good. The oatmeal cookie bar or brick, that one was good. Yeah, the pears are the best thing in here. That was the winner in this one. These crackers I'll save for another time. But yeah, this is This is still fun to get into. I almost thought about not bringing all these other things out, but I'm glad I did. Because it pretty much replaces this unfortunate thing. And it makes me want to have a better quality corned beef hash. Not now, but in the near future. And I was really looking forward to chowing down on this. But, you win some, you lose some. Anyone who gets into rations and eats them will know that you'll find a crap one in every bunch. Oh, this coming Sunday, I will probably, I might pull out the Norwegian Arctic field ration. It's a vegetarian menu. I've had that one before, but I really like it. So I may go ahead and pull that one. And then I go back to one of my other MREs or one of my halal ones after that. Oh, yeah. I will definitely enjoy that. Because several years ago, when Art and Nina for an MRE were selling some of those things, it was an incomplete ration. It had like 2 or 3 retorts, and that was it. One of them was a dessert. So like 2 entrees and a dessert. There was nothing else with those. So apparently anyone who would be issued those rations would get everything else in a separate package, much like the My Own Meals or the La Beirut or whatever company is doing the kosher ones, where you get the entree in a box and then everything else is in a larger accessory bag. Well, that would be awesome. I mean, to get a complete one of those rations, that would be a score. Well, there are lots of rations I wouldn't mind having, but I checked the progress of my RCIR. That is here in Des Moines. So I should be getting that possibly tomorrow or Friday, depending on which Des Moines facility it's at, because on the tracking, when it's at the post office that services my route, it'll say arrival at unit. And then when it's put into one of the trucks, then it'll say out for delivery. So I will check the tracking tomorrow morning. And if it says arrival at unit, then I know that I will be getting it later in the day. Either with this grape drink mixed up very well, no powdery residue left. And no funky coloration left behind. If I get the RCIR, but that would depend on if it's a complete ration. If the RCIR comes complete, unopened, or if it's opened but nothing taken, then I just may go ahead and review that one. Otherwise, I'll go to another one. Like I said, I might pull the Norwegian ration. That way I can have something different in between two US MREs. But I really hope I get a complete RCIR, because the kebab meatballs is one that I've been wanting to try ever since I first heard of it. It also has the tuna with potatoes, which I also enjoy, and I heat that one up instead of eat it cold. Now, this is the same menu I tried to order before, but all three meat items were taken out. And the little folding spork that came in the stove kit box, that was also taken. Yeah. One RCIR that I got to try was one that was actually marked halal instead of just without pork or sans pork. Yeah, if you can get one that is marked halal, that's even harder to find. Just like the halal ORPs. Let's see. I can't remember the menu number of it. I can't look it up because where I have it, it's the app that I'm using is on this phone that I'm streaming on. But I had posted it sometime back in probably a couple days ago in the one chat, but it may be too far gone. But after I kill this stream, I could redo that. So, yeah, I'll go ahead and do that after I finish the stream. Yeah, see, the kebab meatballs would be beef, since the box is marked without pork. Yeah, that green lettering that kind of goes diagonal. Yeah, yeah, I'll drop it there. But I really do hope I get it before the weekend. Finished off my G7 coffee. Dang, I love that stuff. I take packets of that coffee when I go camping with friends, even if one of them might bring regular grind coffee and a percolator, and we do it over the fire. I just keep those packets of G7 in my food bag. And when I was camping with some other people in November for the Veterans Memorial or Veterans Weekend camp, I took a packet of the G7 and I mixed it with my abuelita cocoa mix with the hint of cinnamon in there. Oh, that was really good. And you go into some coffee shops, that area where you might see the creamer and sugar or maybe honey, you might see a cinnamon shaker because some people might put a dash of cinnamon in their coffee. I tried that, it's good. Yeah, I would definitely do that combination again. Yeah, next time I go shopping at Walmart and I can spare the extra coin, I'll get another box of the abuelita cocoa mix. I still have some packets, but I want another box of it. But I think I'm going to go ahead and call this one good for now. Now, this is pretty fun. I'm glad I did this little extra birthday stream, even though I have to lose some of this, but you know, it is what it is. Um, I do thank you all for coming in, even if you could hang out for just a bit. And again, thanks to all those who dropped the super chats. It's much appreciated. And that money will find its way back into the channel in one way or another. But whatever I decide, or depending on the state of the RCIR when I get it, I will post up which way I'm going to go this weekend for a Sunday stream. But again, thanks all for watching and catch you on the flip side.